Hello, everybody. In this series, we've got a quick talk with one of the TOGAF aspirants who has actually recently moved into an enterprise architecture role. She is Srilata from SAP, who is working as an enterprise architect. And we'll talk to her on her journey on how she was able to move into architectural roles given her current job profile and how the training helped her to make that happen, make the transition happen. So, welcome, Srilata. So, please walk us through what aspects of the training did you find interesting? How did it help you in making that career shift into an EA role at your organization?
Hey, hi, Kiran. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm glad that I'm sharing this with you today. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. And I'm glad that I have gone through the training at your institute. So earlier, when I was been working as a solution architect, so we also had in some internal trainings. We had an a lot of things has been explained, but I myself had a little vague idea within disconnects of an between end to end and architectural development methodology. But yes, after attending the training and your advices and end-to-end sessions, it has helped me to understand what is that it is an architectural vision and what is that which it is and how we are working towards and business data application and technology, how we are connecting with them, and indirectly or directly we are working towards the mission and vision of any organization, bringing the business and IT together and resolving their solutions, defining their roadmaps across, not only laid down to the near future roadmaps for 1 to 2 years, but we will be laying down the roadmaps to an 5 to 10 years down the line. So indeed, if I need to explain it, the videos which you had shared, that is not only the sessions you have taken us to 3 to 4 days, but I'm glad that I was having an one-on-one sessions with you and was able to explain in detail to me what is that the TOGAF architectural book of knowledge, plus you also have deep dived into an each and every topic, either it could be an content meta model or an enterprise continuum. What are those architectural patterns, and each phase you had deep dived us, either it could be an BDAT or migration phase or an opportunity, how we are governance we are getting applied during the enterprise architect.
Okay.
Apart
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, apart from that, I also felt that more useful things are the uh, quick brush of knowledge. That's your tips and trips, tricks, which it is an 3 minutes videos on your website, which was an actually refreshing, and it is an bird's eye for a person to remember it and recollect it when we are appearing for the exam.
Okay. It helped you to quickly brush up all the aspects of the course, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so, what do you think has been the major shift in your understanding or the knowledge levels from when you were a solution architect to when you moved to an enterprise architect role? What has that shift been? What do you think was that you were lacking in terms of the knowledge, and how do you think this body of knowledge enhances it or makes it better?
So to answer that question, Kiran, ideally we were a solution architects. Solution architects is only a particular line of business knowledge which we will be possessing, we'll be mastering in it. right? So when it comes all these days, we will be actually a part and parcel of an implementation phase and methodology. That is somewhere it comes on and phase E and F for us, and then it continues by G and H. But ideally, when we come to the book of knowledge or TOGAF of knowledge, where it is what is an organization's vision and goals and objectives, what are those drivers, and how it is driving even the business and IT to come together and achieve the vision of the organization. That's the major understanding which I got it. That is an initial phases of the TOGAF book of knowledge. That is in phase A to and E, you know. So those are the things which might be a disconnect for us all these days, because we might be working only when we come to the implementation methodology. Okay, somebody transitions transformation or digital transformation any organization has taken up, and already the roadmap would have been laid out, and we will just go there and implement. But here, as an enterprise architecture, if my understanding, it's a total shift, you know. It's not an to an one line of business or anything. It is an enterprise architecture level, total understanding what the CIO or CTO or the board of directors are vision and the mission which they are thinking about their expansions of next 5 to 10 years of their organization. So one is that, and the second thing is as a new role which has been taken up, when somebody is discussing with me something, I'll be able to grasp and understand very quickly what is those concepts are, and will be able to receive or accept the terminology. uh, the wavelength is actually, I can say that it's at par, you know, because of this.
Okay, so it has helped you to bridge the jargon and talk to stakeholders quite confidently and seamlessly, is what you're saying, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So, what aspects of the training do you think is a direct takeaway in your current role? I'm sure that there are a lot of aspects of the training that is quite good for a senior professional like you. So, what do you think are the direct application of this on the job, and what do you think would be the next steps of where the remaining body of the knowledge would take you types, so what do you think is the immediate application of what you've learned, apart from, of course, as you said, the strategy part, the roadmaps, and the linking? What do you think is the direct application of this?
So the direct application which I'm working currently and I'm applying is the business architecture and the reference architecture. Apart from that, we are also leveraging to some extent, that is an enterprise continuum, right? So maybe an architecture building blocks, and then we are deriving it to the solution building blocks, how we are going to apply that in our implementation methodology in solution process flow maps. Say, for example, when we come to an business architecture in deep dive, if we go to an business solution capabilities and business solution implementation diagrams and solution capability diagrams, then modeling to an process flows, business process flows, etc. Then these are the main things which comes as a part of the initial step of the business architecture, which leads to the application data and technology, right? So there I was able to leverage them, uh,
Okay, okay,
maybe to
perfect.
an, yeah,
Correct, correct.
most
I
of
think
the
that,
of it.
yeah, that's lovely to hear, Srilata. And I remember when you had come down for this, you said you are currently in a principal architect role, doing most of the solutioning and things like that. And then your aspiration is to get into a full-fledged EA team, strategizing the mission vision of the projects and the solutions around. So I think it's great that you made that transition. And thank you very much for sharing your success story on this. And wishing you all the best in all your endeavors, Srilata. Any last few words that you would like to share with anybody who's aspiring to get into a strategy role or an enterprise architect role?
Yeah, thank you so much, Kiran, for giving me also to opportunity to explain what is my experience. And I would like to tell them always that enterprise architecture to their that stepping stone to achieve it, it's not an easy step actually. We should have a thorough and conceptual knowledge, then and it has added value. Your course where it gives in practical examples which you refer in your info sessions. Plus, it also helps people to answer the questions. You know, it's an examination point. It's not only the examination points, the way you explain the concepts and with the reference examples, that is the one which is a plus point for anybody. Plus, anyone who has wanted to achieve, actually it's not so easy that generally appear those part one, part two objective questions and then achieve those stepping stone. But I still feel it that you should have a thorough knowledge of the concepts. Then it helps you and much easier when you are driving seat of an enterprise architect.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think that's nicely summed up. Thank you. Thanks, Srilata. Thanks for your time, and wishing you all the best again.
Thank you, Kiran. Thanks.